Hi there, lovely viewers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe, turn on post notification as we go on this journey together. So today we'll be diving into exciting world of restaurant economics. Do you love economics? Yeah, we'll be doing a little bit of that. So the arts, specifically today, we'll be exploring the art of costing a plate of food in a restaurant, and also this will also show you how to cost any commodity you want to sell. But today we'll be using restaurants as our focal point. As many of you may know, running a successful restaurant isn't just about creating mouth-watering dishes or providing stellar services. No, a key aspect that often goes unnoticed is the behind the scene calculation that go into setting, like the calculation that go into setting the right prices for each items on the menu. So this is where this the costing come in. Most people don't pay attention to this, so that's why that's the essence of this video. So in this video we'll break down the processes step by step, making it clear and easy for both beginners and people and food enthusiasts, like people who love to make food or little items or other commodities to sell. You get. So today we'll learn how to analyze the cost of ingredients, factors in other expenses such as labor, overheads, and ultimately determine the appropriate price for the dish, like how you will cost a plate of food. You don't just sell and start. This is to ensure a fair profit margin along the way. So whether you are dreaming of opening your own restaurant someday or simply want to gain a deeper understanding of what goes into those delectable plates you enjoy dining at, this video is for you. So grab a pen and paper, because I'll be sharing some valuable insights, practical tips that you will not want to miss, please, so you don't end up cooking and not making gain. Like, cooking comes with a lot of stress, so please, you need to at least make profit for your gain. But before we dive into this, don't forget to hit the subscription button, click the notification bell so you never miss any of our helpful content. And if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment section below. Please, I would love to hear from you, or like hearing from you is a way, like, it will encourage me to do more and more. Okay, all right folks, let's get started on this exciting journey. So guys, for you to cost your meal, or for you to know how much to sell a plate of food in your restaurant, this is the formula to use. Like, I call this the tripartite formula for costing. That's what I call it myself. So to get the amount you need to sell a particular food, so that you don't end up losing gain, or you don't end up like maybe underestimating what you've made, this is the formula. The first step is, we have 3 steps which I call the tripartite formula. The first step is you find the cost of the items plus other expenses. This will give you the cost price. Then the second step is you find the profit margin, and to find the profit margin, you do the cost price, that is what you got here, multiplied by the percentage margin. Don't worry, I will explain this as we go on with the video. Now the last step is the selling price. This is where you get your price actually, but to get this selling price, you do the cost price plus the profit margin. That is what you got here and what you got here. We give you the selling price. So for us to determine this first step, which is the cost of items plus other expenses, for us to determine the cost price, we'll do what? We'll do a table. We'll create a table. Now this table, this is what I call my cost price table. So this table comprises of every expenses you incurred during the process of making this food. So for the purpose of this class, I'll be using jollof rice. Like, I want to make jollof rice for 10 people. So I want to determine how much it will cost me. Okay, how much a plate of jollof, how much I should sell a plate of jollof rice. So I'll be making jollof rice for 10 people, and I want to determine how much I should sell a plate of the rice. So I create this table. You get something like this, a plain paper, you rule this table. This is the first table, is the first column is where I have the ingredients, while the second column is what? The price for these ingredients. Now the third column is what? The packaging. Now the fourth column is the gas and energy. Gas and energy means anything that has to do with the fire, the gas, the firewood, the stove, anything that you use in making this 10 cups of rice. Energy, if it's firewood you use, if it's gas, if it's solar energy. I know it's not possible, but we might still get there. I think maybe it's possible. So any source of energy you use, you put it here. Then logistics has to do with all the expenses incurred during transportation. You went to the market to buy this food stuff, but good, you went to the market to buy it, you transported yourself back, so you have to put it here. Then miscellaneous has to do with any other small money, maybe the money you spent on recharge card, to call the woman that sells tomatoes to find out if she has tomatoes, to call the man that sells turkey to find out if there is turkey. You get? So we go on with this video, we go on with this phase. So for this first phase, ingredients, we'll be looking at the ingredients we use. Now, to make rice, to make a jollof rice, the first ingredients here is what? Rice, rice. And we are making 10 cups of rice, right? 10 cups of rice. So let's assume some people buy rice in bags. You get? If you are making 1 bag of rice, you also include, you notice that you are making 1 bag of rice. Some people buy in bulk, but since we are just, this is like an experiment, this is like an example of how to calculate. So we'll just go with the fact that we are making 10 cups of rice. And a cup of rice, let's assume that a cup of rice is 150 naira. So 10 cups should give us, will give us 1.5, right? It cost us 1.5, like the price of 10 cups. Then the next thing in making jollof rice, tomatoes. You know you need tomatoes. You use tomatoes. This is the tin tomatoes, the tin one. So let's assume that a tin tomato, the small ones, this is just an assumption. It's not like it's the fat, you get. So let's assume that the small tin tomatoes will give us will cost 200 naira, and we want to use 3, you get. So 200 into 3 will give us 600 naira, right, for the tin tomatoes. Then we go to the fresh. You know you need fresh tomatoes now to make jollof rice. So fresh tomatoes will give us what? 1,000. Let's say we'll buy fresh tomatoes of 1,000 naira, right? Good. Now we go the next ingredients for making this jollof rice. So we use pepper mix. Pepper mix comprises of your shombo, atarado, you know, all this pepper. You know, people that are into food making will understand what I'm saying. So the pepper mix, let's assume that everything we spent was 500 naira for pepper mix. Do you understand? Then we'll go to the next one, spices. Use your maggi, your curry, your thyme, any spices you want to use. So let's assume we spent 500 naira on spices. Then we'll go to groundnut oil. Groundnut oil. Let's assume we bought groundnut oil of 1.5. You get? Then protein. There has to be protein in your meal, because there's no how you serve people food without protein, right? So let's assume we use turkey. We use turkey of 4,000 naira. Okay, I don't know if I'm missing anything, but if there's any other thing that you include during the process of your cooking, please add it here, because we need to know everything we are spending. Then we'll come to packaging. You don't serve people food like that. You use takeaway, right? You use takeaway. So for the takeaway, let's assume we bought takeaway plate of we bought for 10 people, we bought foil plates and spoons, right? Let's assume it costs 2,000 naira. Let's just assume. This is an assumption because things get more expensive as the day goes by. I just want you to get the concept. So let's assume we spend 2,000 naira for that. Then as for our gas, some people use firewood to cook. If it's 500 naira firewood you use in making this particular food, you put 500. If it's kerosene of 1,000 that you put. But for the purpose of this example, I will assume that we bought a gas of we bought gas of 2,000 naira. Let's assume we bought gas of 2,000, and in our transportation we spent, like, going and coming. Let's say I use public transport, I use them for, or maybe before I could get to the market, everything I spent for going and coming was 2,000 naira. Then I put it there. The miscellaneous could be any other expenses. I gave you an example. I said example, the card you use in calling the man that sells turkey to ask him whether turkey is available, or the card you use to calling for calling the tomatoes woman, you get, or the card you use in calling the customer to inform the customer, would they prefer turkey or chicken. You have to include all these things, because guy, you will not use your money to do business for other people without having no. As long as it is business, profit is, it must be there. It gets, so a worker is entitled to his wages. You worked for this, so you have to earn from it. So when we are done with this, so we get a total. We total every column. You get, we total every column. Now this plus this plus this plus this will give us 9,600. This is 200. Sorry, this is 2,000. This is 2,000. This is 2,000. This is 500. Then the grand total. When we add this to this will give us a total of this will give us a total of 16,100 naira. 16,100 naira. This is what our cost price. 16,100. This is our cost price. This shows, this cost price is everything we spend for the purpose of making 10 cups of jollof rice for our customer. This is the cost price. So this is our cost price. And remember, see our according to the formula I gave you initially, we just finished the first step, which is the cost of items plus other items equals to cost price. So we've gotten the cost price. The cost price. So we'll now move on to step 2. I think I should use a black marker. I don't know. Let me use a black marker for more clearance. Then step 2. Then from our formula, please write this down if you can write it, because this is what, without this formula you won't do anything. So from our formula, the step 2, we are looking for the profit margin. That's the step 2, right? So to get this profit margin from our formula, profit margin is equal to cost price multiplied by percentage margin. Now somebody will be like, which one is percentage margin again? What is percentage margin? Now you are a seller, you're a business person. So this percentage margin, remember our cost price. This is our cost price. We have gotten it already. It's our cost price. So put down our cost price for clarity. We put 16,000 bar 100. 16,100 is the cost price from our step 1. This is our step 1, right? Step 1. So our cost price is 16,100, right? Then the step 2, we are looking for the what? The profit margin. And to get the profit margin is cost price times what? Percentage margin. Now this percentage margin is what you will decide on your own. You will decide, do I want to make 50% gain from this food, or do I want to make 20% gain, or do I want to make 30% gain? You will decide it on yourself. But as a first timer, or let's say as someone who is new in the business, please, I will not advise you go for 50%, because it might chase your customer away. So if you are looking for customers, how to get customers, please, you can keep it at 20% or 30%. Do you understand? That way, they'll be like, this woman's food is cheap, let's go. Because that's a marketing strategy too. You are trying to get people to buy more from you. So you can't start off with big prices. But because I am let's assume I am an old member of this restaurant. Let's say I've been running a restaurant for 10 years or 20 years now. So I would decide to say that I want to make a 50% margin profit. I want to make 50% gain from this wholesale. That is your what? Margin. Remember, you decide your margin by yourself. So since I decide that I want to make 50% profit, so I'll go 16,100 multiplied by 50%. Equivalent of 50% is 0.5, right? 0.5 is an equivalent. Is equivalent to 50%. Get? So we do 16,100 multiplied by 0.5. 16,100 multiplied by 0.5 will give us 8.050. That is 8,050 naira. You get 8,050 naira. This is our profit. Our profit margin. Our profit margin. So we are done with what? We have gotten our step 2, profit margin. We have our what? Profit margin. I hope this is making sense. Please, at any point, if you are confused, I'm trying as much as possible to make it more explanatory. You get? At any point, if you are confused, please put it at the comment section. I will reply. So this is our profit margin. We are done with what? Step 2. We are done with step 2. Then we go to our step 3. This step 3 is what? Selling price. Step 3. We are determining the what? Selling price. So we get a clean sheet. Step 3. Selling price. And to get our selling price from our formula, we have to get our selling price. So from our formula, to get our selling price, we do cost price plus margin, plus profit margin. So that's how to get our selling price. And remember, we have gotten our what? Cost price here initially from our first serving. So our cost price was 16,100 naira bar plus our profit margin. We got our profit margin as 8,050 naira bar. 8,050 naira is our profit margin. That's how remember, please don't, this is the most important thing, this formula. So selling price, cost price plus what? Margin. So this is our cost price, the selling price. To get the selling price, cost price plus margin. This is our cost price, and this is the margin we got. So remember, it's plus, so not multiplication. You get? So we add cost price plus margin, profits. This is this. So when we add these two together, 16,100 naira plus 8,050 naira, we get a total of we get 24,150. 24,150. So this is the selling price. This is the selling price, but the selling price for 10 cups of rice, like 10 cups of rice. Like, this is what we are supposed to get. This is the amount we are supposed to make when we are done selling this food. You get? Because so at least when you are done selling this food, this is the amount you should be making. So you know, at least this is your gain. You have gain of 8,050 naira. Do you understand? I'm just giving you an. So you want to determine how much you can sell one plate of this food. Like, how much should you sell it so as not to lose your gain. Now, for you to determine how much you can sell one plate of that meal, you have to be sure of you have to dish that food. Let's just put it, the easiest way to be on a safer side is to what? You have to dish the food, dish it and know how many it will enter inside the plate. You made 10 cups, or you dish it out and know how many. For when we started the class, I assumed that 10 cups of rice will serve 10 plates, even though I know it might likely be more than that, depending on the texture of the rice, because some rice, they can, they know how to swear. They will swear. They'll be doing buga inside the pot. So for you to determine how much each plate will cost, you know how much the quantity you made, the number of plates it will enter, then you divide it with this amount. So because I said our rice will serve 10 people, so we'll do 24,150 divided by 10, because we are doing what I told you, we are serving 10 plates. Like this, that this whole rice will amount to 10 plates. Do you understand? So since that is the case, one plate equals to 24,150 over 10. That's the 10 plates. But then when we divide this, we use this to divide this, it will give us 2,415. You get? It will give us 2,415. You get? So it's assumed now, it's known that for you to sell a plate of rice from these expenses you made should not cost less than 2,415. If not, you will be losing money. Do you understand? So since it's 2,415, we just approximate we just put it at 2,450. If you still want to get extra gain, you can just round the whole thing off and put it at 3,000. Do you understand? But this is how to get how much a plate of food should cost you. So I just want to believe that this is clear enough. These are all our servings. Started with our formula. Please note this formula. Then after that, you get the cost price, which we did here. Then you get your profit margin. When you get your profit margin, you get your selling price and how much a plate of food should cost. So please, if you have any question, feel free to drop it at the comment section and I will answer your question. Thank you so much for watching up to this point. Please share to restaurant owners so that they will stop wasting their their resources without making gains. You don't just assume prices, you actually do a little calculations so as what keep yourself in business, make for use your money they feed community. All right guys, thank you so much. See you on my next video. Bye bye. God bless you. I love you. Bye.